Hi folks, I'm Trish with the Crafters Cove. Welcome. Just a quick update on one completed project and one work in progress. Before I start, I want to apologize for the first half of the video being in vertical format. I know that really bothers some people. I forgot to change it to landscape, but the part of the video where I show you the quilt I'm working on is in landscape format. Anyway, I finished the Scrapghan for my dog Bridget's haven in my office. I'm now working on a slow stitching project in the form of a big stitch quilt, which uses heavier thread and larger stitching than traditional quilting. I hand pieced the quilt top. I'm now hand quilting. I'm using some vintage solid color fabric in brown and turquoise colors, along with a Jo Morton charm pack that I've had in my stash for a few years. This one is from her Yesterday collection. I did purchase two new-to-me fabrics for this quilt. One is a brown vintage sheet for the backing, and one is a new piece for the borders, which is from the Carolina collection of Jo Morton's, and it's called Tossing Sprig Blue. I'm not just using traditional batting, I'm using a piece of flannel fabric that's been in my stash for years that will be perfect for this to be used as a lap quilt. Here I'm showing you some photos of the process. First is one of my setup to cut the solid squares. My goal for this was to be a true slow stitching project, something I could sit in front of the TV or listen to music to. The next two photos show my experimentation with the layout. I started with the solid colors placed in the same row, but I settled on placing the solid squares in a diagonal line. I just liked the way that drew my eyes in. The next photo is the completed top before ironing. The border doesn't look great in this photo, but at the end of the video, you'll see a close-up, and to me it works well with the other colors. In the next photo, you can see the batting fabric and the brown sheet. I don't know if you can tell in this one, but you might be able to see the wood quilting hoop. Initially, I tried quilting with that on, but it just became annoying, so I switched to just quilting on my lap, and that's working fine. I'm using 4 different colors of DMC embroidery thread for the quilt stitching. I started out thinking that I would just stitch inside the solid squares, but I liked the effect so much that I decided to do the rest of the squares. So that's my latest work in progress. Feel free to share what arts and crafts you're getting up to. Thanks for stopping by, everybody.